Here we go, guys. An amazing, amazing single, brand new single from none other than Cece Vee. It's called Wishes, available on all digital platforms. Just a reminder, right now, we're going to say good morning to Cece Vee. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good and you?
Very, very well. Thanks for joining us this morning on Breakfast Show, man. It's absolutely fantastic having you back on a platform with us.
Yes, it's been a while.
It has been a while, but you know what? I like it when we don't speak to artists for too often because there's so much to catch up on. Now,
Mm.
it's been a while. I mean, we spoke in, I think it was in 2022 last. But that's how long ago it was.
It could
A
be.
lot has happened in the past 6 months or so, whatever the case may be. Can you fill us in as to what's been happening on your side of the world, CCV?
So it's been quite busy, a lot of new music coming out. I can't actually remember what we last chatted about, which song it was. So I'm trying to just get in my mind where we need to catch up from.
It
So
was before your previous release, as far as I can remember. So it was the last one for last year. That was the final song that you guys
uh,
did, I think in October, November, something.
yes. Okay, yeah, there's been a few things since then. So there's been a few more songs since then. I'm working
Yeah.
towards my second EP, which is coming out in July. So we've been kind
Mm-hmm.
of rolling out some of the singles for that over like the last 2 months. And this current one, Wishes, is like the last one before the EP launches. So been making a lot of new stuff, new videos also on the way. So
Mm.
yeah, keeping on.
It's been exciting, man. And tell us more about the process, obviously, with regards to Wishes. How did this song all come about for you? And, tell us more about the background of the story itself.
So the song is basically about how sometimes, like in a friendship or a relationship or anything like that, sometimes you grow apart from a person or life kind of pulls you
Yeah.
in separate directions, and then you kind of have no choice but to actually part ways. And you don't wish this person like any ill will, but you can't really be there for each other anymore. And then, like, one
Mm,
day down the line, you're kind of wondering whatever happened to this person. Did their wishes and their dreams come true, or like, are they okay? What happened? That's basically what the song is
mm,
about. And I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to or find their own, story in. So
mm.
my team that I work with, my producer and songwriter that I work with, like when the song came together, they just kind of came together so nicely, and it's something that's a little bit different from some of my other songs. It's a little bit slower, but it's still got that kind of
Yeah.
poppy, little bit of retro sound. So it's something nice and
Mm.
different, and it's been getting received really well. So it's been a really nice release.
I was going to say that, I mean, I've obviously been listening to your music for quite some time now, from inception till now. And it's like,
Yeah,
it's almost like you've gone into almost like a different universe where
yeah,
things are basically the same, but it's kind of slower in the process, if you know what I'm
yeah.
trying
And
to get
I
to.
think
So,
and I think it's important to have a variety of stuff as well. Because like the
mm,
previous song before this one was really, really dark. It was called Funeral to the
yeah,
World, and it's like this heavy, like synth, almost futuristic kind of
mm,
sci-fi-ish
mm,
vibe, which a couple of the songs are also that. So it's all tying together though in the EP, which people will see.
yeah.
There's like a kind of theme going on there. So it's nice, I think, to have that bit of like variety, that when people listen to my music and my releases, that it's not just the same the whole time, that there's something
Yes.
like that covers different themes, different sounds and vibes. So yeah.
Mm, no, I get you on that one. I think we have touched on this before as well. As in order to progress in this industry itself, you've got to be able to be someone that can think outside of the box and not just be in this one narrow-minded kind of vibe where this is the kind of music I'm going to release as CCV and this is what I'm doing. I don't really,
Yeah,
if people don't like it, then that's fine. I've got people that enjoy the music that I'm doing, and I'll just keep on going with those people.
yeah,
It's great to see that you are reaching out to different avenues and bringing different kinds of music and genres into one, almost like it's making like a different salad altogether. um what made you like decide to actually go into the root of this song? Like, how did that come about? Like, what's changed?
I think it was just a nice break from like the darker stuff and the very upbeat stuff.
Yeah.
Because like looking at the songs that we made and the releases, this one just like we thought it just has that potential to be like a single, and it is something that's just a nice kind of break, kind of just like I said, to have that bit of variety. And I mean, I want to, like, it's fun to make different kinds of things. I think, like, because when you do the same thing the whole time, it does get boring. So, but I mean, there's like, even with the EP, let's see, we've done actually a song that's just an acoustic song, like this very atmospheric acoustic song, and I'm super excited about that. And I mean, that's also totally different from the more very heavy production songs, but it all kind of comes together into like the CCV sound, even though it's a different take on it. It's still fits in to the kind of umbrella of like the CCV. So that's
I like
really
that.
cool. To keep that like element that you can hear, okay, this is a CCV song, but it's got a different take on it. So that's kind of what we're aiming to do, like with each song, which I think is kind of what's happened with Wishes.
I'm loving that though, because CCV sound is not just, like you said, is multifaceted. And that's been shown on the various songs you've released over the past few months. So that is absolutely fantastic. I want to ask you, getting away from the music side of things here, what does CCV do for fun outside of music? Like, how do you switch off from doing all these different kinds of things regarding music? What gets you grounded again, kind of vibe?
So something like that's a hobby for me. I really like reading a lot, and I also really like video games. So that's kind of my switch off, especially like after like a live performance. I'd often come home and then just like play a game or something or read a book. So like I really like I've been reading so much lately. I really like psychological thrillers or horror stuff or sci-fi or fantasy, anything like that. And then like games as well. I've been playing games since I was very young, so I'm like an avid gamer.
I got a question for you now that you mentioned gaming. What is your console choice preferences?
PlayStation. Still on
PlayStation all the way. What game are you playing at the moment?
I'm busy playing Hollow Knight. I don't know if you've heard of that one. It's actually like a 2D platformer, like with this interesting sort of cartoon art style, but it's very like kind of dark and gothic as well. It's about these like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's quite a difficult game, but it's so addictive. Like it's like you're these little bugs and insects, and you're this little insect warrior, and you go into this whole underground world, and there's like an infection that's breaking out, and there's like the story. You have to kind of figure it out from like the environment and from the things that happen. But it's really, really cool, and it's got such a good soundtrack, like atmosphere of the music and the art.
Oh, that's fantastic. So
I'm quite
it sounds like a whole lot of fun, I must be honest with you.
It is. It's quite a hard game, but it's really nice. It's very well.
No, if it was easy, it would be boring, wouldn't it? I mean, if it was easy, you'd be bored. I mean, like, I'm not being challenged here. This is like just okay, this is just gonna switch off for a few minutes. But I mean, that's flipping awesome. But you're actually a gamer as well. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that I know personally. We are personally a part of a podcasting for football, so soccer, obviously the English Premier League and all the rest, and we play a lot of the FIFA games, previews, that kind of vibe. A lot of my guys there are playing Fortnite and getting into those kind of vibes, but I can't get into Fortnite, those kind of things.
I've never tried it. I must actually give it a try.
No. I prefer the games like your Resident Evils and those kind of things where it gets your mind stimulated where you're thinking, oh crap, what's coming up next?
Yes, I love those as well.
That intrigues me.
I've struggled to get. I like to play like on my own. I've never been into the online playing. I don't even know how it works. So that's why I've never tried like Fortnite. But Resident Evil I also love. I really want to play the new the remake of number 4 because like that was like one of my favorites. My
favorite question I always ask you, and this is something that I'm sure you get so like, oh, Jam, he's gonna ask me this question again. It's been a few years now that you've been doing what you're doing, and you obviously still love what you are doing with music and all the rest. That shows with all the music you're releasing. What has changed? Can you get like any idea of as to like how you've continued moving forward in the industry? How is that? What has been the driving force behind that, first and foremost? And if you could give yourself like a 15, 16-year-old CCV any advice with regards to the industry, what would it be?
I think like the most important thing that I've seen over time now, and I realize it more and more as time passes, is that like literally it takes time and consistency is like the most important thing. Because we see now the more we release, the more we do, we grow more and more and things get easier. Not necessarily easier, but in a sense, like
Yeah.
it's easier to start getting into different doors and things, and then once it's open, then it's easier the next time. And like just the
Absolutely.
more we keep knocking on those doors, then we find we're getting in there. Like with
Mm,
every release, it's just doing better and better. So it's really rewarding to see that it like pays off. Like, because I mean, I've released like a lot of songs already, and it does take time. I think there's such this misconception, like where it's like blow up overnight,
mm,
or like your first or second song,
mm,
which sometimes it happens, but it's like actually way rarer than people think. Um,
yes.
and like from what I've heard and stuff, but I've seen now, like just with keep pushing on, keep growing and stuff, yeah, it goes so much better. So I think I
Mm,
would tell myself when I was younger to be patient, and just to
yeah.
keep like pushing and keep working hard, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A saying that I always got used to saying is patience pays. Now, that is something that really is the truth when it comes to the music industry in the country, especially as well. It's very difficult. We all know this. We're not going to get into that conversation because that's another hour worth of talking.
Yeah.
Like literally. Where can our listeners get hold of CCV? What are your social media handles? Where can they get your music?
So the music is everywhere on every streaming platform that probably
Yeah,
exists. You know the drill. So Spotify, Apple, and music videos are
yeah.
on YouTube as well. And then I'm on
Hmm.
social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like I said, TikTok a little bit as well. But it's everything under CCV, or like on social media, it's CCV Music. And then people can find it there.
Absolutely awesome. CCV, you've been a fantastic person to be back on the show again. We loved having this conversation with you, and wishes all the best moving forward as well. From us here at GT Radio, so a great day further, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was awesome to chat again.
Awesome, man. Keep well. Ciao, ciao.
Cool. Bye bye.